Hello, everybody. Welcome to another interactive Kibitzing session. Let me share the screen. Players are already at the table. It's 2 hours of play with experts. 2 hours of focus. Are you ready to stop doing what you're doing for 2 hours? Or maybe you'll watch this as a recording. And in this case, you will stop at your leisure. But one of the big benefits of bridge is the ability to just turn it all off and focus on something very definite, clear, beautiful. Getting philosophical here. Anyway, we have 7 haircut points. Our partners passed, and so we are staying out of this auction. For sure. Today I'm playing with Ira Korish against Rhoda Walsh and Word. I don't know his surname. Let's see if I can identify him. He's a good player from San Diego, Ward Gilliam. And I will, in a moment, post the link for this Zoom session for the Kibitzers, and I'll do it regularly throughout the game. If you are joining this Zoom, you can always use the moments of silence, of quiet when I'm dummy, or when somebody's thinking, to ask questions, make suggestions, offer comments. But here, what's going on so far is that nobody's quite limited. They are both sniffing out a slam. Donald Trump by East. Some people play it as a 15 to 17 hand. Others, especially those who love to open one of Trump when you have a balanced hand in that range. I will not invent a heart lead. I'll just lead my diamond, which sounds safest. The low heart lead was a possibility, considering that nobody had mentioned a heart control. I think that Rhoda's hand, 13 haircut points, should have given a more either a less encouraging bid, or a more no Trumpy bid than 3 spades. But that's a matter of style. It's not incorrect to bid as she did, as long as partners in the same page. Interesting. This queen. Can it be that East beat to no Trump with 5-4 and the queen is a singleton? Not very likely, but I have to be worried about that. But in any case, there's no reason for me to think of anything other than taking care of my diamond tricks. Maybe ducking a heart when a heart comes. Declare shouldn't have a singleton after bidding 2-0, right? So partner is showing that I can he holds the next heart tricks. And so I can underlead a heart if it goes, if I win a club trick at some point. But it looks like the Leclerc has 5 spade tricks. Oh, queen 9. That was his holding, queen 9. 5 spade tricks. Ace and king in diamonds, ace of clubs, king of hearts. That is 9. Those are 9 tricks. And so no reason for me to not cash the diamond. Declare I will have ace king of spades and the ace of diamonds. That's 11. He's either 3-2 or 2-3 in the round suits. I expect him to have king jack third of clubs, and so that this is all about the over trick. Yeah, that's what it looks like. So now I'll cash the ace of hearts as the third trick for the defense. He has a trump and the king of clubs in his hand. No king of clubs, good. So that means we got his only 9 tricks. And we got 3 imps. 3 no trumps has 8 top tricks, and the heart king is 9, so they should be in no trumps. They would make the same 9 tricks. This is an auction that merits some discussion by any ambitious partnership. I would expect me with my clone playing unsophisticated methods to go bid something like 1 spade. 2 clubs is fine if you agree that 2 diamonds is a 5-card suited, as they probably did. 1 spade, 2 clubs, 2 spades, 2 no, 3 no. Or if the bidding started as it did for them after 2 no trumps, now West just bids 3 no trumps, giving up on any other strain. But it's really a matter of how much does 2 no trumps shows. If you can bid 2 no trumps with a minimum balanced hand as they did, then West should really just raise, I think. But I suspect they might not be on the same page. And anyway, here we are with a hand in which we will not make any decisions. A diamond, 4 hearts, vulnerable versus not. That's a huge hand. I expect him to have 8 or 9 tricks in his hand. I won't give a lot of help. Sorry, excuse me. But my hand is not the worst possible hand. I'm not giving him a lot of tricks, but at least I don't have spades. And so it might be the case that North's direct jump has preempted them out of a spade contract. Let's see. How's his hand? Okay, after this lead, which was very, very favorable, unlucky for poor Word, after the diamond opening bid by Rhoda, now the Clara has 9 top tricks, assuming no rough, no incoming diamond rough. You'll have 6 hearts and 3 diamonds. And very good chances of 10 with the king of spades on side. And as for their chances, they are in clubs, not in spades. And it's possible that they would lose only a diamond and a spade. So 5 clubs is surely a good sacrifice, at least in some cases, even a make. Okay, Rhoda has a void in hearts. So her hand is 5-4-4-0, most likely. And that's king of diamonds was a singleton. Now it looks like if the ace of spades is on side, there's no defense to break it. And it should be on side. He's already shown an ace and a king. So Rhoda has apparently only ace king of clubs and the ace of spades, maybe the lower honor spades as well. Anyway, so now even if they give a diamond rough, that's the third and final trick for the defense. So let me get the link to invite the Kibitzers. Okay, now after this 10 of spades, it means that West will be squeezed out of her diamond stopper if he has the jack of spades, which is very likely. Ace queen jack and ace king of clubs the product. So he'll make 11 tricks if that is the case. So in this squeeze that I just mentioned, the final 3 cards in the Clara's hand will be a spade and 2 diamonds. The Clara will keep 3 diamonds in dummy. And Rhoda will have to have on in her three cards either 3 diamonds to protect the last diamond in dummy, and then she throws away the jack of spades, or the 2 diamonds. So it didn't happen. So Word had the jack of spades, and there's only 10 tricks in this case. There you go. Strange that he played the 10 of spades, but he didn't play the jack at either the first or the second. Anyway, 15 high card points. We play 14, 16, and we're not full. Let me alert this. It's not a big difference, but it is a difference that should be announced. Hello, welcome to the Zoom session. Siren, I don't know your first name, but that's your handle. Welcome. Very unfortunate lead by Word, but completely understandable after the opening bid. It really didn't work out well for them. Five club was a good sacrifice. Okay, so now Ira's transferring to hearts. I have a very nice hand for hearts, especially in the 14 to 16 context. I think I should super accept, and I will. Now, not so much, because this is indicating a diamond lead over my diamond. So I will just pass and hope to see Ira bidding his hearts. And then I'll raise him, if that is the case. I really want him to play this hand after the double of 2 diamonds. I might be 3 diamonds too. It might have been an even better action than pass. But he's asking me to to accept the transfer. The redouble forces me to bid 2 hearts. I might bid 3 hearts, but I'm still not happy with the, and it's a non-vulnerable game that is in the cards at most. So I guess I will go low. My hand really got worse when I got the double on my right. Yeah, I'm losing 3 top diamonds and a club. So it is good to stop low. If you see how it's important to have the right fit with, if Porter Singleton were opposite my 3 little diamonds, if we switch his minors, then our game would be quite good. We would need to is to make a one club trick with 3 little opposite King 10-4. That's over 50%. But with the cards as they are, it's a 0% game, which is the worst kind of game. Now the ace of spades, I don't expect Rhoda to have 11 cards in spades and clubs. So if anybody has the void in hearts, it should be Word, which means I should start hearts with the ace. I'll get a spade shift, most likely, and then I'll cash the ace of hearts. No, I'll have to try the king because why not? Even though it was doomed. Now we can claim ignoring the last one. Nine high points. Fourth to speak. Let's see what awaits us. Okay, after 2 passes, my hand is not great for an overcall of 1 heart, I think. I don't like to bid with 5-3-3-2 hands if they don't have very good suits. So I'm not in love with 1 heart. But since he bid my tripleton, if I bid one club, I think I would pass. If but he did not bid my tripleton. He bid my doubleton. So I think 1 heart is in order. Not with great hopes of getting anywhere, just to be annoying, which is always a good habit at the bridge table. The wire is double in this situation is basically heart raise with Not enough to beat three hearts. We'll almost always have a heart honor because the general probabilities of the thing. But I don't think it shows a heart honor. It's not a lead directing double. At least that's how I interpret it. Any hand with, let's say, Jack third of hearts and a 4-4-3-2 hand that is too weak to be three hearts would double here. Anyway, no, somebody has spades, right? Where are those spades? I don't know, but I will not lead a heart. I will read.
Huh? Information for you. Huh?
No,
What's the name? Lavrita.
I will.
He gave us wrong
That's
information.
the question. I will mute. Okay, I led into the ace queen, which is not a big deal. Declarer is apparently very short in hearts. And dummy has a huge diamond raise there. So it's possible that we lost a club trick after this lead if partner has a king. But I don't think it will be the setting trick. The apparent singleton or void of hearts in East means that they will have a gazillion tricks. So he would have something like a three suitor. Maybe he opened one diamond with four diamonds and five clubs. Not impossible. People sometimes do that. So I had a double and king of hearts. It was a lead direction double. As I said, it's probably not the setting trick, especially with the Clara having the king of clubs. Maybe an over trick. But this is imps, so and indeed he was three suited. Hmm. Absolute best imaginable defense would be a low heart to the king, low club misguessed by the declarer to the queen, and even so, we make only three tricks. So that's the over trick that we might have saved if both of us were perfect and declarer misguessed a suit. Now, this is the kind of hand that should not beat one heart, unlike the other one. I don't want a heart lead. My hand is weaker than the prior one. We are vulnerable versus not, and it's a balanced hand. It is a heart lead, though, if they end in no trump. Fourth best from longest and strongest. Got a chat message. Let's see what's in the chat. Thank you, Paulo. You're welcome. Let me go back to our shared screen. Okay. So two spades. Now we're not on lead. And so we just have to wait, dummy. Okay, one thing that we should always get in the habit of doing when we are defending is to add dummies points and hours. So we have 13 and 8, that's 21. And we have a rough idea of how much the declarer showed. She shouldn't have more than 10. So we have 21 Haggard points between us and dummy. 19 are missing. They should be 9 and 10 each, maybe 8 and 7. Ira did try a sneak attack and the leading the club. Didn't gain a lot. And Rhoda's planning to rough clubs in dummy. And so maybe psychologically, the best defense at this point would be a low spade from Ira. I would play ace of spades and a spade, and she would not finesse because she wants to rough a club in dummy. And so that would probably get us 2 spade tricks. One of them undeserved. But I don't think, wow, a second under lead. And that's quite strange that Ira has 5 hearts of the ace. So he should have a singles and spade. I'll bet this. A single to spade is likely because the fact that Rhoda has a void in hearts means that basically the only hand in which she has 5 spades is when she has a 5 spades and 5 clubs and 3 diamonds. With 5 spades and 4 diamonds, she should raise diamonds at some point. So 6 diamonds is by far the most likely case. It's a 6 spades, sorry, 6 spades in Rhoda's hand. And so Ira would be something like 1, 5. And we have to just draw. Oh no, 5 spades and 0. So she does have a bunch of clubs or a bunch of diamonds. Interesting. Very interesting. She fished a club. And she's no longer worried. Looks like her hand is 4 clubs. And she intends. She had 5 clubs. Why would she pitch a club on the heart? And if she has 4 clubs, why didn't she rough a club in dummy? She pitched 1. I don't get it, but I will follow general principles here. My option was to lead a heart, shortening the declarer, but I don't think that she can even discard at this point. And so I will be playing here for 5044. And if that's the case, now she has all the tricks. But she had 5 clubs. There's no way to prevent any of that. That's what it looked like when she started drawing trumps. She was content at that point. Anyway, now we have a bunch of space behind east. Nice. Nice beat by Ira. in the sense that I'm not sure that I'm gonna help him. And so maybe four hearts is not the right contract, but it applies maximum pressure. And maybe they will misguess. Always good to apply maximum pressure. So four hearts doubled is our most likely contract at this point. Hmm. Interesting. I don't have a double of four no trumps because I don't have a clear double of diamonds. Maybe I should double anyway, but they may have a enormous. Well, it's not my lead. They have an enormous minor diamond fit, but they have just gotten into a misunderstanding. It's funny if that's a good sacrifice against our making four hearts. That's a way to escape a double, maybe. Anyway, I think the most likely result here is that Ira will lead hearts, and we are not in a typical spot. Okay, seven of spades. Seven is a peculiar card. Maybe it's a doubleton. Now we have a problem. Should we duck to guarantee the maximum in the spade suit, or should we win to lead our heart? I think that's our best choice, winning, even if I give them an extra spade trick. Looks like establishing hearts while partner has a possible club entry is our most important, most urgent problem. If, as looked likely, if West had a doubleton king of spades, if I let a low spade from king doubleton, then we are in a much worse position, of course. But I can't make allowances for that tricky lead. Although Ira has been tricky in other hands in this set, and it's not unthinkable that he has king seven. It's unthinkable, but we are talking about one extra trick in spades. I doubt it will be decisive. And establishing hearts, if possible. Let's say Ira had something like king, queen, 10, eighth of hearts. I need to play a heart immediately in that case. Looks like the Ira did indeed lead low from King Doubleton. So we might have one extra tricks in spades, one more, maybe. We don't have communications for that. So it really depends on whether Oda can get 9 tricks from her minors. I don't think she can. But we'll see. She has at most 3 clubs, right? Given our spots. So she needs 6 diamonds. Nah, not gonna happen. He has at most 5 at this point. Looks like she has 3 in each minor. Plus the heart trick that she won. That's 3 down. Oh, she did have the king of spades. Fascinating. Everybody's fooling me. Because I led the ace and the queen of hearts. Looks like he had a side entry in the highest ranking suit. And Rhoda did feature a bunch of spades. And that's not forced. So which she's going to make go down 1. Thanks to the 9 and the 7 of clubs, that is a down 1 result. So maybe it worked out well for them because, well, Ira did have 0 clubs. Interesting. It's not common that you see this amount of time being taken for a preempt. It's very risky to base decisions about their tempo, but I always take note. Anyway, here I have a clear 3 major bid. Which one? I guess it's a coin toss. I'll bid hearts. My general practice is to bid the lowest to allow partner to bid spades if he has a strong hand with spades. It's more comfortable when they converse. If I bid 3 spades, then he has to bid 4 hearts. But I surely don't want to to do anything other than take out the takeout double, which is great practice, and keep quiet after that. So we are going to play 4 hearts. My hand is in the lower half, I would guess, of the typical strength for 3 hearts. Everybody says you might have 0. Yes, you might have 0, but 0 is very unlikely. It's very rare that you have 0 or 1 or 2. Anyway, it looks like we hit the jackpot with the choice of majors. And that's a good example. If you switch his majors, it's much more comfortable for him to beat 3 spades over 3 hearts than for him to beat 4 hearts over 3 spades with this actual hand, because I might have had 5 spades. Anyway, 6 of diamonds. This is typically, Rhoda doesn't have ace king of clubs unless she has a singleton diamond. And the ace of spades is probably offside too. This is not a happy hand. Let's say, if she has a singleton diamond, then we should finesse in hearts. She might have the king of hearts in the club honor. And everybody knows that I might guard against the diamond ruff by playing ace and the queen of hearts, but then I would lose to the heart king on side, and that's something I really hate to do. He's on side. That's great news. Now all we need is to have the jack of diamonds fall. Much better than if the ace of spades were offside, but still we needed the king of hearts on side to have a good chance. No. Indeed, we have one missing spade trick, so we put down one. We make 3 hearts and the king of spades at this point. And rather they have the jack of fourth of diamonds, I might have finessed the 10 at that point, but that would risk down 2. I didn't know that she didn't have 2-2 in the reds. So it's a strange defense anyway. I think with her hand, I would always start, well, I would not open one club. At 3 clubs, I would open one club, but I would also start with the ace of spades instead of 4 diamonds to the jack. But it worked. Not that I would guess this diamond finesse in some other scenarios, but that might have beaten the hand very quickly. The ace of spades. Anyway, one spade to diamonds. I think this is a simple 4-spade bid. I have only 4 trumps, but a 6-4 shape. Weak hand. I have 1 key card. I'm about to admit to it with 5 clubs. Spell it out. I think Ira should have a big spade club to suitor. Interesting. They are doubling a lot, these guys. Very disrespectful. Although Ira's optimism with the diamonds behind him was a bit uncalled for, I think. But let's see, maybe the ace king of hearts are short. Looks like it is, incidentally. And if it is, he may survive. But it's not a great slam. He needed the 5th trump. He was counting on the 5th trump with me. But if I had 2 diamonds, for example, which I might very well have, I might have something like 5 spades or 6 spades, 3-2-2. And then he would be in a very hopeless slam. So it's a bit weird. Or weird is too strong a word. Very optimistic that he should reopen once diamonds have been bid behind it. Anyway, his best shot is clearly to rough out the hearts. So he should play a trump to dummy. You see the break. Rough a heart, another trump to dummy, rough another heart, and so on and so forth. That's what he's doing, as I expected he to do. There you go. It's a claimer now. And it's very disrespectful, the double with ace king of hearts. Now he has only to draw trumps and rough a heart in his hand, and dummy is high. He's probably checking and rechecking this, but it is true. There are only 2 trumps out. You can draw both of them if they are 3-1, ending in dummy. Rough a heart in your hand, and now you can get back to dummy with a diamond rough to enjoy your hearts. So this pause is a good moment for me to post once again the link to the Zoom session for the Kibitzers. Would that diamond lead beat it? Diamond to the queen. Now he has to draw three rounds of trumps before attacking hearts. So draws 3 rounds of trumps, then leads a heart. Now he's placing another diamond. He wins with the ace. But he's completely out of trumps. Yes. So a diamond lead, curiously enough, would beat the contract. And the club? Well, a club would just transpose. A club, he would play a heart himself and get to the same ending. Maybe a trump would. His entries are so tight. Maybe a trump would be enough. Trump with a 9, heart from dummy. Or whatever, trump to his hand, heart. Club. He doesn't have any more trumps. Club. And now trump to dummy, heart rough, trump to dummy, heart rough. It's the same thing. It has to be a diamond. That's fascinating. A fascinating hand. Anyway, we didn't get score from this one. Nobody has played it, but it's bound to be good when we do get a score from it. One here, diamond, heart, and no trump. They are beating my suit, so it's kind of comfortable for me, regardless of where they'll stop. So if I'm leading against 3 no trumps, the West's sequence usually denies 5 hearts, because if she had 5 hearts, she would be looking for a 5-3 fit. I will lead the suit that partner couldn't bid. And that's a disaster once dummy has ace jack 9-8, but I was hoping for the 9-8 at least to be with my partner. But that's a very powerful dummy, especially in the spots. I would have bid 3 no trumps in a flash with it. That's I guess 3 no trumps would be different, but I'm trying to beat 2 no trumps. Against 3 no trumps, I would probably lead a heart. But against 2 no trumps, I really need partner to have extras and a running suit, so that's why I'm pushing 4 clubs. You might have something like king, queen, 9, 5th of clubs, and 11 high card points, something like that. Not quite enough for a 2 club overcall. And the same doesn't happen in spades. That's why I think spades are out of the question after this bidding here with 3 spades of the queen. Hearts is possible, and clubs is possible. Even diamonds is possible. But if you trust par overcall with light hands and good suits, which I do, then you shouldn't be leading spades on this hand. But they surely missed the game here. Dami is quite heavy for her sequence. in the jacks and in the nines and in the eights. Just want to warn Ira that if he gets the lead at some point, he should not be trying to find any diamond cards here with me. But I will try to find diamond cards with him if he tries to. The strange play, the low heart from dummy, missing ace king 10. I guess works plan. Kind of a mystery. Anyway, we've seen the Clara show at the king of clubs, the ace of spades. He should have something like the ace queen of diamonds. That takes him to 13. He might have accepted. Interesting. Interesting discard. Now he will guess the king of clubs? No. Check the Clara is 2, 3, 4, 4. It's 2, 3, 5, 3. Yeah. 2, 3, 5, 3 with 13. Yeah, we give a bunch of tricks in this defense. But as I said, we are trying to beat 2. And 2, there's no way in hell so anybody can go down. Club have a 1 diamond over pawn now. See what's going on that 6 spades doubled. Yes, bunch of 4 spades making 5 or 6. Yep. 6 spades redoubled down 2. Fascinating. I'm curious. What was the lead? Try to beat me in 1 diamond doubled. I won't. Maybe I won't make it, but it's not as if I had any attractive choice here. So interesting, intriguing indeed. I will let them be in imps all vulnerable. It's not worth my time. It's not a hand good enough for me to contest. What was the lead? The ace of hearts. So now that was a big swing that this North didn't get. Okay. So Rhoda had a hand in which she was tempted to pass, it looks like. She has at least 4 diamonds. Unless it's really, really weak with 3 diamonds. Now, should I lead a low diamond? Because I did underlead the ace of hearts. Let's see if Para encourages this. He did. Let's cash the ace. Try to shove the Clarion dummy. He has everything. She's got the whole world. Queen of spades, the fifth heart, queen of diamonds, 11, a quite feeble opening bid. Word has gotten disconnected, so let's wait for him. I'm not proud of one club here, but the big question is always, what is the least lie? What is the least worst description? Pass or one club? And I think one club is closer to what I have than pass. Now, in almost any typical hand with 6 clubs, I would be 2 clubs over 1 spade. That his hand is so bad that I don't want to do anything other than what I just did. Four of clubs. So either Rhoda has a very strange hand with avoidant spades, some 5-4-4-0, Or clubs are 3-2, so Ira has 3, which is great news for us, if that is the case. Maybe Rhoda has ace queen of clubs, but there's nothing we can do in this case. What's she thinking about? If she has 5-5-1 with a singles and spade, or maybe 6-4-1, she should have 2 clubs. And I expect her to have 1 spade. And so she has to choose between playing on spades or on hearts and diamonds. I don't think she'll be successful in either. Both look twisted for her, but she might have excellent diamonds. I would prefer her to go after spades, but she's going after hearts and diamonds apparently. Okay. I was wondering about some possible confusions in this club suit, especially where I had queen 10 third. But luckily Rhoda had the 10, so that made it easier for us. I might have inserted the jack at trick 1. I was thinking about that. This is the kind of play that might backfire if Rhoda has a double tone queen and was kind of played into 3 now. So. I have announced twice. I will do it again. I will do it for the 3rd time. Let's announce the Zoom chat for the Kibitzers. I think I have announced it at deal 2 and 6 or 7. Now it's 11. Every 3 or 4 deals I'm looking to do that. But thanks for the reminder, and I'll do it again. Did it again. She did have excellent diamonds. And they are in the wrong contract. They should be in 4 hearts. How can you get to 4 hearts? By the way, big gain for the 1 club opening bid. It's very easy to get 4 hearts in an unimpeded auction. The lowly 1 club had his preemptive effect. But how can we get intelligently to 4 hearts as east west? Let me see the chat message that I got here. Thank you. You can always help. It's appreciated if you want to post the link. But I just did it there, and so appreciate it. Anyway, how can we get to 4 hearts? A club, a heart, pass 1 spade if you were 1 spade is forcing, as I think it should be. So far, so good. 2 diamonds, pass now 3 clubs. I think that's where the rot sets in. Not that East has an easy rebid, but he surely wants to force the game. I think he will have to kind of treat his ace jack doubleton as 3-card support. And there should be an inference that since he didn't raise in the first round, either by raises or by qubits, that he should not have full-blooded heart support. He could have even 2 honors only like this. So, so I think the way to go is 2 diamonds past 3 hearts by East. And now West, if she had weaker hearts and better clubs, she could bid 3-0. But with 6 hearts and only 1 club stopper, she would easily bid 4 hearts. It's a tricky hand to get to 4 hearts. Okay, so East, what was he looking for when he bid these 2 clubs? He found hearts, and then he jumped to 4 spades anyway. He wasn't interested in hearts or in spade support. Curious. Very curious. I'll just leave a heart. We lead third and low, so the 5 of hearts from third best from 4. That shape in dummy, 5 diamonds and 4 hearts, is a very awkward shape in natural systems. It is one shape that people opened 1 heart with 50 or 60 years ago, precisely because it can get uncomfortable if it goes on diamond or spade, and you don't have enough to reverse. Your diamonds are not so great for a bidding, and 1-no trump with a singleton in partner suit is not quite desirable. He may insist on it with inadequate trumps. Anyway, it's interesting that East showed out on the heart. Means that, and he discarded the diamond, so he has a club source of tricks here. I should play a middle honor, just because in some circumstances he will have to guess the clubs, and there are some club folded to which he might misguess playing me for Jack 10 doubleton. Anyway, he has 6 spade tricks and 3 aces. 9 tricks for him so far. So we want him to, well, 10, that's trick 10. And we want him to not misguess in diamonds, but the Jack of diamonds made it hard for us. We know that he has 3 diamonds because of the heart void. He can't have, well, he can't is an overbid, but he shouldn't. It's very unlikely that he would have only 2 diamonds. But he'll make 13 tricks. His hand is 6-4-3-0. The 4th club is high. Yes. 13 tricks for them. So he might have bid 3 spades only instead of 4 spades. And now Rhoda should get really interested because 3 spades is forcing, shows a good suit. interested in slam, and now she has a very good hand in spite of her spade singleton. It's a queen, and she has two side aces, and so she should cooperate. And three spades after two hearts, three spades by East. West Kibitzing a red suit, and they should get to 6. 7 is, of course, not a good contract, but 6 is. 6 requires either no spade loser or no diamond loser. Both of these combined are very, it's over 50% clearly. Well, either of them is over 50%. Anyway, it's a very unlucky hand for them. They lost a few imps. But unlucky that everything is right. Spades are breaking, diamonds are breaking with the king on side. Clubs are breaking. This situation here, we have bid out our hands. We are going to pass regardless of what happens. By East is bid 3 diamonds. 3 diamonds is not bad for us from our perspective. We have an easy spade lead. So we may hope for the ace of hearts with partner. That would give us 4 tricks, maybe. The ace of hearts is a singleton club. He doesn't have a singleton club since it didn't shift to it. The declarer should have 5 diamonds and 4 spades, 3 hearts, and 1 club. That appears to be the most likely hand, considering the non-club shift. And so let's continue playing diamonds. He will discard a heart on the queen of clubs. That's a trick that he would have anyway. He has 3 spades in his hand to deal with. If we can prevent him from, well, he has only two trumps to rough right now. Let's count his tricks. Assuming he has that hand, 4, 3, 5, 1. We have 5 diamond tricks, 2 roughs, 7, 1 club, 8. And so he needs a hard trick to get to 9, or a spade trick. Yes, if he has Jack 10 of spades, that will be an extra trick for him. But that discard of a club is peculiar again. Why did he discard hearts? Maybe he doesn't have that 4, 3, 5, 1. Well, we did have a singleton club IRA. So that was, so he has 5, 2, 5, 2. Well, our hope is that Ira has ace of hearts, which is a very good hope. And if that is the case, then he can't avoid losing 2 hearts. We will insert the 10 at some point. Down one. Okay, next one. So that was a nothing hand event that we just played. It was not really eventful. It was interesting as an exercise in visualizing partners that declare shape, but then we didn't have much choice than to not play hearts. That's the only error they could have made, was to play a heart, which is a very clear error. There's no reason for us to do it anyway. Seven card club suit and good spots and good honors on the side. Am willing to bid up to 3 clubs in my next round. And maybe 5 clubs if it goes for spades, who knows? No, only 2 clubs, so now it's 3 clubs as
Clubs.
planned. 3 clubs. And that's a pretty good description of what I have. Now I am tuning out of this auction. I might buy it at 3 clubs or not. Maybe I will defend 3 spades after E3 opens, but it's nothing more that I should be doing here. Well, that's very intriguing developments. So Rhoda has a bad hand. Partner has a reasonable hand with no clear support, but then once we repeat clubs, he decided he should 5 clubs here. It's not only right in general principles, because he should have a big hand for spades, but also might even make. We might make with very little with partners in partners' hands, something like the ace of clubs and the queen of diamonds and even the queen of hearts. And I expect him to be roughly around that range. Let's call them 7 to 9 for his voluntary and non-competitive 4-club bid. And we don't have a lot of tricks against 4 spades either. Yeah, he has 10. So what we need is a ace queen of diamonds on side, or the queen of diamonds on side, actually. Not the ace queen, but the queen. Very, very likely, considering that East was willing to Q bid and then bid 4 spades. So now it's what we could be doing as a general point of technique here is basically to strip the hand before we play our diamond. Because sometimes Rhoda has a singleton queen of diamonds, and even if she has, it won't help at all. It's good practice anyway. She has 5 spades, apparently, 3 hearts and 2 clubs. So I wouldn't I wouldn't be creative here. Just lead a diamond to the 10, and if the queen is offside, then it's offside. Okay, it's not. So now we claim making 5. The 2 spades, the 2 club bid by Word gave us the opportunity to clarify our club fit, but if he had bid 4 spades, I think I would bid 5 clubs. I was discussing it, as you recall. And I would buy a great dummy, but if I expect after 1 club, 1 spade, pass, 4 spades, that part doesn't have a lot of stuff in spades, it's not a guarantee, but there's an expectation that part doesn't have a lot of spade tricks. And 5 clubs rates to be at least a good sacrifice, and sometimes a lucky make. Now, this is a very interesting hand. If I had bid hearts, my hand would be enormous. Clearly worth 3 hearts. Since he bid spades, the spade weakness is worrisome. So we should be thinking of between 2 and 3. Now, after competition, I think 2 spades is quite enough, especially because they're bidding our best suit. So 2 spades is... Well, Ira is calling me. Hey, Ira. Okay, it's a good idea. Yes, yes. I will. Thank you. No worries. I was suggesting that we should start anew after this board. Such a strange hand here. But partners... I don't care. I will bid 4. I know you're not inviting me to bid 4, but I have a strange hand. This is usually a big no-no. Don't bid again after limiting your hand with a simple raise. But the fact is that my 2 spades was not a great description of my hand. It was, my hand is strange, right? And now that I expect Ira to have an extra trump by bidding 3 spades, if he had only 4, I wouldn't bet on 4 spades being a good contract. But if he has 5, I do. And so the evaluation changed a little bit. So let's reset the score so that we can start anew. So Ira's hand is pretty much within the range that I expected. And so we'll probably... Let's see if he can... hope for 4 spade tricks in his hand. Ace, king, and ace. He needs 3 roughs to get to 10. I don't think he will manage it. Not after not ducking the club, because he will, unless there is something like a singleton ace of spades. But he should have ducked this club, I think, for communication purposes, because he will have to play a club at some point. what I mean is this. His natural play after winning the ace of clubs is ace king of hearts, pitching a club, and start a cross rough, heart rough, diamond rough, heart rough, diamond rough. Now you're in dummy, and you have only clubs and spades, and you have to lead the club. And now they will win this trick, and they will play ace of spades and a spade. And so if you had ducked the first club, if they play ace of spades and spade at trick two, you'll have chances of establishing clubs. Very good chances, actually. We don't play ace of spades and a spade. Let's say they play a heart. Now you follow that same general line, but now you can rough a club in your hand, perhaps even with the king of spades, to get your third diamond rough. So he realized, I think, the futility of the cross rough. And so now his best hope is to lose two clubs and a spade by establishing the clubs. But if he's going to play for that, he should have ducked the clubs. A nice card from East, nice switch. If Ira was desperate to let it run to the jack. Maybe his best play now is ace king of hearts, discarding a club, and another heart, discarding the third club. Maybe. So clubs rate to be 3-2 at this point. I bet he's regretting not ducking that club. But now Rhoda has a dilemma, an interesting dilemma. She has to play a diamond to shorten dummy. Once she doesn't, he gives up a club. But if she did play a diamond, now he could revert to the cross-rough line, discarding the club on the heart. They're very interesting. But here we are, home, 4 spades.
Something.
Diamonds and spades. I would open 2 diamonds with this hand in most situations, but I'm the fourth to speak, so I won't. The bidding will be old by the time it gets to me. But I know many players are reluctant to open 2 diamonds with this kind of hand because of the 4-card side major. I'm a firm believer in preempting with reasonable preempts. 6-4s are usually reasonable preempts. The suit is not that bad, not wool versus wool. So yes, I will lose a spade contract once in a while. But I think the long-term gains of preempting are worth it. But as I said, this is not the hand for this because I'm in fourth. Everybody has something to say before I get my turn. My turn is 2 diamonds. I did manage to bid 2 diamonds, but not as a preempt. Got a raise, found our best suit. It's higher than theirs. It's probably going to end the auction. Not bad, 6 hearts. And they did not
Right.
need clubs. So let's try to get rid of as many clubs as possible. Give good use to those hearts. Let's spade lead from Rhoda. She might have.
Yeah.
We'll see. Okay, so now let's see if we can work with a few spades. Mute a friend of ours. Yeah. Yes, here we go. Ace of diamonds. Now hearts are high, which means that we can just claim at this point. We make 11 tricks. Many more than we were entitled to. But this is the kind of hand which most likely we'll hear one of Trump response, look for a 5-3 hard fit, and drive to game. Not quite, but still close enough. So now we have a 4th suit forcing here. I'm not worried about that double because I'm about to play the hand either in no trumps or in hearts. No trumps it is. I'm not sure if me and I are agreed. Don't play very often. Play most often with Rhoda. I'm not sure if we agreed that two clubs was XYZ or ordinary fourth suit forcing. I don't have any extras here, so I'll just pass. But coming back to the question, especially this front trump, if it's based on long diamonds, we might get to 6 diamonds, but not with him declaring and the club lead marked by East. For East. But I was talking about whether two clubs is XYZ or not. Okay, now this is about getting to over tricks, and 6 diamonds is indeed a great contract, even after the club lead. Well, not a great contract. The club lead would reduce us to one out of 2 finesses, and the club finesse is doomed. So basically, we need the king of spades on side in 6 diamonds. I will attempt a cover here. Yeah, that's what I was hoping for, a cover. Normal club. Again. Catch a few diamonds. Cash our king of hearts. So if she has 3-1 in the reds, she might have four, 5. And if that is the case, we might be able to get an extra trick. Discard is okay. Now she discarded 2 spades, so there's no chances of a spade end play, and so we claim 10 tricks. But if she had the 9 of spades, we might get her in an end play. And the king of spades was offside, and so 6 diamonds is not great. No, I'm claiming all, and I should claim 0.
İkinci atışında harika bir sayı aldı. 3-2 oldu skor.
Okay, not a very common auction, but there's nothing wrong with that. One diamond to clubs, I'll pass. I will. So got a little TV open there. I will mute. Thank you. So, muted. Okay. What to lead? Rhoda should have 2 clubs for this pass, and most likely hand is 5-3-3-2. 4-3-3-3 is also possible, but I'm always optimistic. I'm trying to get a hand without a lot of clubs so that we have a chance of beating it. I don't see much of a chance of beating it. I can see 3 top tricks, 1 in each suit. We need 3 more. We might get another heart if partner has ace queen fourth, but no. So the card has king queen of hearts, and we might get a spade. Interesting. So king queen of hearts and ace of diamonds means that he doesn't have both club honors. That's very interesting. So let's play a little spade here. It's kind of forced. Trying to get our spade tricks before they go to rot. You have to hope for a misguess, because if he guesses everything right, how can we get 5 tricks? He has apparently a doubleton ace diamond, since he wouldn't play this way otherwise. So doubleton diamond, king queen third of hearts, and 5 spade, 5 clubs to the queen, maybe. Oh, I was being crafty. So was I. So it looks like we have now to hope for a misguess in clubs, because the Clara already has he has a club honor since he didn't have the king of hearts. We are hoping that he has, oh, king queen of clubs is too much for us. Everybody was being crafty here. Okay. Indeed. Last hand. It's only 153. Okay. So for all the kibitzers that are in the Zoom session, This will be the last hand, but any questions, suggestions, comments? And especially since it looks like I won't be a very active participant in the last hand. So that's a good time. We'll see, maybe I will. But take the floor if you wish. Grab the mic and bring up a hand that has gone by or not. Anything.
Hi, Paulo.
Hey, Barbara, how are you? I was thinking.
I'm getting better. I'm getting better.
Good.
I
Good to
had a
be.
really bad fall in December, and I had some brain damage, and I've got a broken shoulder and some tailbone issues. So I'm battling and trying to get as good as I can get. So
Good. One day
I'll
at
be back soon. Paulo, I had a question on hand number 15.
I will look there. Let me just lead here.
I signed in a little bit late, so you may have explained your reasoning, but I'm not sure.
Here. I'll
So
leave it
you'll-
here. Let's defend here because I thought I'll defend against this one and then we'll look into 15 in depth.
Yeah, I'm wondering, the the three spades there is not invitational, and I'm wondering why you went to four.
Anyway, yes, I mentioned it at the time, but I will talk about it. It's nothing that I would recommend, but but it's I had my reasons. I'll talk about it.
Okay. If you've talked about it in your, when you were doing it, then I'll wait for the replay, but
Oh, I can talk again.
okay.
I just want to be able to do that and to think about this ongoing hand.
Okay, dokie, thank you.
All of my discards are risky here.
No, I sure wish we could get more people into your Zoom link here.
Those diamonds are really tricky because it's very easy to see them becoming a trick. This 9/8 of diamonds. So I will save my little diamonds. No use in covering once I discarded. And this means that my club was always exposed to getting captured. So this card maybe made the player's life easier, but didn't give up a trick. And partner is discarding diamonds, which means he's keeping spades. So I should discard a diamond. Let me retrace, see if that makes sense. Up on this spade discard, he discarded the deuce and the jack of diamonds. So he should have another diamond honor because otherwise the player would have ace king queen and we can't beat it. So no, I have to discard a diamond here. I have to hope for him to have a diamond honor. Yes, again. So 9 tricks for him. He has 8. And my spade discard gave him the 9th. Earliest spade discard. A lot of tricks ago. Many tricks ago. Okay. So about 15, let's look at it. And once the bidding started on club one spade, two hearts, my first thought was this hand is not worth as much as it looks like because of the weak trumps, especially if partner has only four spades and a bunch of stuff in their suit. And so two spades is a reasonable, let me just close the table. I don't know if let me leave the table and I will open the history tab so that we can continue discussing it in the Zoom. Okay, here it is. And so at that point in the auction, I thought that two spades was a reasonable description of the hand, especially if partner has only four spades and stuff in diamonds, wasted stuff in diamonds.
Right.
But after three hearts, three spades, now this three spades is non-invitational, but
Right.
almost always has a fifth spade. And the 9 card fit, plus the fact that we are vulnerable, plus
Oh,
the fact that we have ace, king, and ace, and of course the power of my diamond void. Imagine if he, instead of the king of spades, he had the king of diamonds, for example.
that'd be
Four spades
wasted.
has no chance.
Yeah.
King, jack, fifth, and king, queen, fourth. Now four spades is very bad. But
Okay.
that looks less like a three spade bid than what he had. A poor 5-card suit, queen, jack, fifth, and a lot of stuff in diamonds. So it might go wrong, of course, as any close decision in bridge. It might go wrong if partner had too much in diamonds. But I think that the odds were with me. And in fact, I was tempted to bid three spades in the first round.
Okay. Yeah, I wondered.
I would if the suits were switched. If my suits were ace, king, fourth, and four little, I would definitely bid at least three spades over two hearts.
And would you do that even with the hard honors like that?
If my suits were switched, so I had ace, king in our trumps and four little in their trumps, now my hand becomes much more aggressive, much more offensive.
Yeah.
And so I think that the bottom line for this hand is that I have this kind of hand with weak trumps and a void. The trick taking potential is very variable. It may make a lot of tricks with a weak hand opposite, and it may make very few tricks with a good hand opposite if the cards are not matching well, especially if our fit is only 4-4. But at the third round, I had enough information to know that the fit was almost certainly not 4-4, that he had at least 5, and that his spade suit was good enough for us to not be suffering from bad trumps. We could have enough high card points for game, but trump so poor that game is bad. It's very easy to picture him with queen, fourth of spades, and ace, king of diamonds. Now he has 9 high card points, as much as he has, but there's 0% chance for four spades with queen, fourth opposite four little, and ace, king opposite the void.
Okay.
So that's the problem in the second round. The second round of the bidding is my hand is so variable in its trick taking power that any bid can go right. And in this case, I like to go slow, to more. And so two spades enabled me to hear his good trumps, and that was enough for me to push.
Okay.
Something that I would recommend. This is a very strange auction. Typically, if you have a normal hand, a normal two-spade raise, you should never bid for spades here.
I know. That's what I was wondering. I thought,
But I don't have a normal two-spade raise.
because I asked one of Ron Bishop was in the audience, and I said to Ron, I said, "Oh, I said, is this a misunderstanding?" I said, or has Paulo reevaluated his hand to make it 4? I never got an answer, but I figured.
It's a reevaluation because this is not a normal two-spade.
No, well, that's what I was wondering. Yeah. Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you.
Sure. But to sum up, the general rule is never bid again once you limited your hand with a fit. If you have a
Yeah.
normal hand, but this hand
Yeah.
outside the bounds of
This is
normal.
like a 1, 2, 3 stop thing.
Yes, it
Yeah.
was. I bet he was as surprised as you were. Everybody at the table was as surprised as you were when they heard my four spades. And in fact, there's even an explanation here. Let's see what he said. Not
Yeah,
invitation.
not invitational. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, but my hand was so strange. And the vulnerability is also an important argument here because even if it
Mhm.
goes wrong, well, how bad can it be? We are angling for 10 imps when we bid a vulnerable game, and we are losing only 5 or 6 if it goes wrong. So the odds are very much in favor of being aggressive, vulnerable.
So I've got another question here. It's just a general question. Now you four are just, you know each other, you play together all the time, and you're all stars as far as I'm concerned. Now, why is the game so skewed? Like we've got a 65 to 12 point range here by the time you would finish. Now, did somebody play badly? Or
Oh, you're talking
I
about
can't understand why there's such a
this is
discrepancy.
very much a function of who holds the most cards in BBO. So if the cards are running your way because you're comparing with people who are not getting the most of their cards, so the expectation, what I mean is that if I have a game or Ira has a game that is requires some skill to make, not a lot, but some skill to make, uh, we will get 3 to 4 points.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay. So if you were playing, say, view graph hands or something, the discrepancy wouldn't be as much.
probably not. Yes,
Okay.
and it really
Okay. It's just,
depends on
it's
who
such
has.
a shock, to come in and see such a discrepancy in the score. It's like
No, they
very
didn't.
weird.
We were in luck, but the general explanation for the phenomenon is
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I was wondering
the
because, I
cards
mean,
were in north-south instead of east-west.
yeah.
But we had our good hands, so this you didn't watch this first.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Look at that one. Yeah. It's fantastic.
This is the biggest hand of the set, and I think this is in which they played badly. I mentioned in the session, it's kind of disrespectful for a guy to double just because he has ace king of hearts. That's what he did, and he paid for it.
Adding insult to injury.
And intriguingly enough, led a diamond, he would have beat the hand. A diamond into the ace queen. He has to lead a diamond to beat 6 spades. But
I always lead a singleton ace or an ace. If I have an ace against my opponent's six level, I always lead the ace. And I've been told that I really shouldn't do that.
yeah, unsupported aces are really, in general, a bad lead. Against slams, not so much, but
Yeah.
it's something that goes against the grain to lead an unsupported ace. You usually can wait. Against slams, not so much.
Yeah, against slams, it's always against slams. I won't lead it
But here, I think
otherwise,
his
but
lead is very normal. I'm not saying that
oh good.
he shouldn't double for sure. Doubling is kind of insulting, as you said, and leading a heart is normal. But unfortunately for them, a diamond would have threatened the rough, and so it would have basically killed any chances of,
Yes, yes.
even at the cost of a trick. And so that's interesting. But they didn't play badly at all. It's just that the games were in our hands, basically. And so the high cards were in north south, or when it was in
Yeah.
their hands, for instance, here. We got 3 imps here because they missed a good slam, but not easy to bid.
Okay.
With 17 and 13 and no clear fit, singleton queen opposite ace king six. It's not an easy slam to bid.
Excellent.
But the disparity here is not a representation of
No, and
their
I noticed you
the
changed
quality of play. No,
you reset it after whatever hand it was. So that
around
was very,
14 or
very
15.
generous of you.
Yeah, so I think it's just common sense to not make people focus on this because this is not the point here. The point is to enjoy the game with good players and take a hand one deal at a time.
Well, especially not when you're playing against BBO people,
Yeah, exactly.
who are all world class, of course.
Anyway, great to hear from you, Barbara. And I hope you're
Yeah, no, I've got another doctor's appointment in Jan or oh, my brain is just so addled. Yeah, on Monday, so hopefully hopefully I'll get back soon. I can't sit down for any amount of time and I can't sit at the computer for any amount of time. So but I'm working on it, Paulo. I'm working on it.
yes, keep doing it one day at a time. Take
Yeah,
care, eat
exactly.
well, enjoy your days, and you'll be back.
Well, this is it. Yeah, there's been some pretty rough ones. I spent I don't know how many hours in emergency yesterday, and finally I just oh, it was terrible. Anyway, no, I'm getting better. Thank you very much.
Excellent. Good to hear.
So we'll see you on Thursday again
Yeah.
next
See you
week.
all next Thursday. Thanks everybody for coming.
Thank you.
Barbara, keep getting better.
Thank you, Paulo.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.